And good morning, people. Welcome back to Persona 5 Royal. 3 more days. That time is coming along very quickly. Probably not quick enough for Haru though, because she's a little bit anxious. But days will come, the time will come, the change of heart will come. Today, we're spending some time with Shinja.
Hey,
So, let's study under him.
hey!
Yeah, you're likely needing some food. You're a growing person after all. So, yeah, let's go get something to eat.
Really?
And, well, can you guess who's paying? Uh, okay then.
Let's go. Phew.
Fighting a war? Attack you in large numbers so you can't let your guard
Well,
down. All they did today was throw a race of crumbs into your lunch. So, okay. Definitely sounds like bullying, but maybe it's fun? He's on the defensive right now, though. He's looking for a chance to counterattack.
oh. Wrong.
Are you sure about that? Rematches are a thing, you know.
Hey!
I'm not sure what to say about that. Because in some ways he's right, but in a lot of ways he's wrong as well. Yeah, I'm not too sure where to go with that one.
Thanks. Oh.
Tower rank 3. Warning shot. Able to scare enemies in negotiation to make it easier to obtain a persona. So essentially Shinja's given me an option where I can make it easier to gain personas if I need it, and if they don't instantly just join me because of Yoshida's talent.
All right.
Later.
Yeah, sounds good. If anything, we need to make sure that you're eating correctly, because it sounds like you're not.
Ah, you're back.
We are again. So, Iway's not available because, well, we're currently in the process of doing a request for him. Same with Hifumi, so we don't have a whole lot for this evening. Which means I think it's time we spent some, well, I think it's good for us to spend some more time with the twins. Since, well, I do want to fulfill their requests as well.
What are you gonna do today?
And with nothing else to do, why not this?
Now.
So the next place they want to evaluate. A present-day Tower of Babel. Looms high in the heavens, so high that the humans down below on Earth are no longer even visible to the naked eye. Such a grand structure would be far too dangerous for humans. So they've got a duty to investigate. Do we know where it is? Yes, actually we do. It's the Sky Tree in Asakusa.
What'll you do? Onward, inmate. Whoa! It's crazy out there.
It is fairly high up. Oh, you mean the elevator? You sure that wasn't just the altitude change? Because this isn't exactly low to the ground.
Justine. How could this happen?
A hole in the floor. Yeah, do you want to try standing on it?
What? Really?
I think you might be mistaking the myth and legend with this particular tower. Apparently it does go higher though. I would not be comfortable up here, just so you know. I've stated that I don't like heights. I would not be comfortable up here looking down.
Are you joking?
And apparently Caroline also has a partial fear as well. Doesn't want to admit it because, well, it's Caroline. But Justine seems to be seeing right through it. And yeah, let's not pay and bring too much attention to us. Quit bickering a little bit.
Hey, inmate.
And somehow the blame got put on us. How did that work? So, one more assignment down, and we get Tarakaja, Rakukaja, and Tsukaja cards.
Now, let us return.
Oh, it's Futaba, who's wanting to take to get at limited edition Feathermen figures. Going over to Nakano, this is the interaction which gave me the Nakano hangout spot before, and I didn't realise I actually didn't have it at that point when I read his book, but done now. So are we going to hang out with Futaba and go to Nakano? Yeah, we are today. Well, tomorrow. I believe the reason I chose it because there's not actually anything that I can do tomorrow. So I just went with this. It's either that or I actually need a little bit of reputation with Futaba to actually get her up to rank 6. I can't actually remember which one was the real reason. More likely that second one. And this was a great opportunity to just pick that up. Yeah, they are quite a bit pricey here. So maybe you should start saving. There's a familiar figure. Might not be the best person to introduce to Futaba though. No, feel free to. He is. Yeah, don't need to worry too much. We know him.
Yo.
Well, essentially sister, but also a bit of the neighbour as well. Yeah, it's quite a bit complicated actually. Yeah, we do. He's one of our bosses. With the amount of jobs that we've done and that we've actually been to, what with Crossroads, 777, Rafflesia, Ornabeco, the Airsoft shop. That's 5 different jobs. At least that's the ones I can think of off the top of my head. So, what does bring you here? Ah, so you're here on business to sell some of your own stuff. Seems like we've hit a sort of interest with Futaba, not because of the actual item itself, but with how well it's made. And since, well, she was looking at the Featherman figures with how good they are, appreciating their how well crafted they are. Yeah, she does seem to have an eye for the details. Yeah, he's a lot nicer than you might think.
Ah, you're back.
Yes, yes we are. Ah, Chihaya. Anyone else? Actually, no. So, I guess that's where we're heading. This one's an odd one. We're actually spending some time with Chihaya here. And we are going to be raising her up to rank 3 fortune. But you might notice the absence of a certain thing. No, we're not done with these tests, not for a little bit. So we're going to watch in on another client.
Good evening.
Well, I wouldn't say fix, but we can at least advise on them.
Yes.
That sounds a little less convincing this time, Chihaya. So, what's the worry? Oh, so it's the choice between a childhood friend or the business partner to probably gain a whole lot of money and a whole lot of influence.
What? Is this? Um...
How should he move forward? Follow his heart. Well, sometimes thieves get in the way and they may steal well away.
What?
Apparently that was enough, and fate has been altered once again, and it now states that he's going to be quite successful. Again, I feel that we've got a slight advantage since we use the Arcana, all of them, as our power. While she's really focused in the fortune only. Fortune rank 3, money reading. Temporarily increase money earned from battle. If you're going into a palace, if you're going into Mementos, if there is anything that you should really do before going in there, if there's anything you do with Chihaya, this is the one. Come to her during the day before you go to a palace, before you go to Mementos. For the rest of that day, your money will be increased at the end of battle. I believe it's double. I will likely be making use of this for when I go into Mementos and when I go into palaces, because money is good.
All right.
It's probably her best service out of them all. At least in my opinion, from what I've seen. No, we're not a psychic. Sorry about that.
Oh, goodbye.
Yeah, you might have noticed that there wasn't a single note a single bit of reputation gained in that particular instance. You can't gain any. Which means we need to spend some time with her to build her up to the next level. Yes, you have to. There's no other way. There is one thing I haven't checked, which I will be checking before the next time I speak to her, which I believe isn't for a number of days. It's not until the 23rd of this month, but I do want to check to see if something actually happens there. And I might check it out before, if she's available on a certain evening. But yeah, anyways, someone else is calling. It's Futaba again.
Hey.
Yeah, Monday the 10th. I firstly, no matter what else happens, need to head to the shops. No one's calling in though. Yusuke is available to us as well though, and so is Shinja. We're going to be spending it with Yusuke. But, as I said, I need to go to the shops. Well, after all,
Take your time.
getting the calling postcard isn't a bad thing. And I'm going to go and check the other shops just to see if there's anything else I need. After all, things do get restocked weekly. I need to check a few other things, so back in a bit. Okay, now that that's done, let's speak to Yusuke. Basically, the things I'm getting at the moment, which are currently being restocked weekly, are the calling postcards. But the shop in Yonganyaya, the second-hand shop, is selling liquid mercury, 1 per week. And since I need that for the Eternal Lockpick, I am going out and buying that. So hopefully, very soon, I'll have an Eternal Lockpick and won't need to really create lockpicks anymore. Could be useful. Anyways, 1 day left. Let's get to that day, shall we?
By the way,
We came to see you.
let us be off.
So, why are we in the church in Kanda?
Indeed.
Theme today will be anguish. How are you going to do that? So basically,
Well then,
we're going to be the model. You're not going to make us strip, are you? Are you seriously considering that? Yusuke Kitagawa, people. One awkward moment after the next. One awkward moment after the other.
Now then.
Yeah, you're definitely asking the wrong model for this. Maybe Ryuji would be better. Joker seems to be more of the calm, collected, composed sort of person.
No.
Yeah.
Um. Oh.
Yeah, we're probably making quite the scene. It's looking ever more doubtful, isn't it? But maybe someday.
I'm in your debt.
So, Emperor rank 5. Card creation. Allows Yusuke to create any skill card that he has copied once before. So you don't, if you've already copied a card, you can make another one of it without actually needing the card to be given to Yusuke. Since I haven't actually made use of this service, it's not really going to help me. And I don't think I'm actually going to make use of this service. Sure, skill cards can be quite good, but I haven't really found any that I want to make multiple copies of. At least not yet.
All right.
Okay.
See you.
Yeah. But you're trying, so there's still hope. tomorrow is the day. Doesn't mean the marriage has been called off though. Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, so all we can do is, well, let tomorrow come and see what happens.
Everything should work out well if Okumura has a change of heart. Assuming it happens like it always does, we should be seeing some results soon.
So, who's calling in today? Ah, Oya's calling in. If I remember correctly, and if my notes are correct, that isn't actually to up as a confidant. It isn't. So we would need to spend some time with her if, well, I didn't need to do one certain thing. We've got these calling postcards. Let's send one off to her, shall we? And just to make sure I don't waste a card and this does actually work, let's send it off after saving. So let's send it to Oya. There goes the note of appreciation. And is that enough? It is. So we can now raise Oya as a confidant, and I've forgotten to do something. Back to Cafe Leblanc, because, well, one, it's wasting money, and two, there's a crossword puzzle we need to do. So, absorb some most light. There's a bottomless chasm, only dies in darkness, and a bereaved wife. That one is a widow. This one is shadow. This one is the abyss. And this one is black.
All right.
I see. Nice.
So that's that done. And off to Oya.
Hey!
Yep, we are indeed. We've still got a little way to go before rank 10 after all. Are you drunk again? Wait, sorry, you're always drunk, never mind. You haven't been drinking at all. Lala-chan probably has a number of bottles in the nearby recycling to say otherwise. And usually when she gets drunk, something bad usually happens. Your quota got doubled. 4 times as much work to get that much done. How is that doubled? That's more quadrupled. Ah, they're trying to stop you from investigating things that they don't want you looking into. Yeah, he doesn't really like you a whole lot, does he? Well, he came to you on that one time when we posed as going out, and he pretty much confirmed that everyone had their suspicions about what you were doing.
Damn it.
Are you really thinking that? Shouldn't you be really placing your trust in her more than going into their way of thinking?
Shit.
Seems like they both Oya and Kaya confided a lot in Lala-chan. I wonder if Lala-chan's actually connected to them in some way from that past year. I don't think that that question ever gets answered, but it's making me wonder. Yeah, we do have that sort of effect on people, being able to calm them down.
Sorry.
Even people who are seemingly very, very drunk. Devil rank 6. Nothing extra, not yet.
All right.
So, now that we've calmed Oya down a little bit, maybe we can get a bit more out of her next time. Yeah, we'll see what we can dig up for you. However, Tuesday the 11th, deadline day. And her father is going to be holding an urgent press conference.
I guess Okumura finally had his change of heart. That has to at least lift some of the burden on Haru's shoulders.
p.m. tonight. Is something on your mind? Shujin Academy rooftop? Seems like a good place.
Wait, where's Yusuke? If he's still asleep at this point, he's definitely going to be late for school.
So we've got to wait until the evening for this to all come to a head. Oh yeah, and we've got exams coming up. One more week.
I just remembered.
So what is your question? Are you familiar with a psychological test using these images? Well, the images will be there in a moment. To give two shapes names appropriate to their appearance.
You.
So there's the two shapes. People were asked to name one of these shapes Booba and the other one Kiki. Which name was most commonly ascribed to shape B? My thinking on this, when I saw this question, was B would be classed as Booba. It's the correct answer. But I believe my thinking was wrong. The reason why I thought it would be is because, well, it's shape B. Booba begins with B. Seems fairly straightforward.
This is it.
Yes.
Sharp sounds like K and T are linked to a spiky image, apparently. And according to one theory, sounds and shapes are processed in the same area of the brain. I believe it's very close to each other, if not in the same place.
Nice going.
So, another couple of points of knowledge. We don't need it, we're already well over the max, but doesn't mean that I'm not going to get these questions right.
All right, that's it for today.
It's finally lunchtime. Man, I'm really in the mood for some bread today.
Hey, can I speak with you for a moment? So about Dr. Maruki's counseling, you've already gone to see him, right?
Yeah, quite a few times actually. We've had very in-depth conversations.
I see. That's good then. I'm sure you're aware, but Dr. Maruki's term here will be ending pretty soon. The higher-ups told me to make sure you've received adequate counseling. Be sure to visit him so you don't bring any unwanted attention to yourself, okay?
Counseling, eh? But anyway, let's go get lunch. Bring on the bread!
Senpai, so nice to see you. I've been doing quite well. Are you also about to eat lunch, Senpai? If it's all right with you, would you mind eating together?
Ah, how nice to see you two together.
Oh, would you like to join us for lunch, Dr. Maruki? We were just discussing eating together.
Are you sure? Well, maybe I will tag along then. Is that your lunch, Yoshizawa-san? That doesn't really...
I have to eat this much to stay active. I always burn through everything I eat. From my point of view, it's your two lunches that are the issue here. If you're going to strengthen your body, you have to eat right. You should really work on your diets.
Touche. And you're right, yours does look nutritious. You know, you seem to be giving off a different vibe lately.
Yes, I was able to put my problems in the past and move on.
Ah, so that's what it is. You don't seem to be overexerting yourself either.
I'm sorry I'd worried you.
Oh, not at all. It's wonderful to hear how you've been. I must admit, I'm a bit surprised. If you don't mind my asking, was there some kind of reason for this breakthrough?
Well, it's all thanks to him and his acquaintances. I suppose you could say they gave me a reason to rethink things. Or, more like, a reason to stand up to my problems. Isn't that right, Senpai?
Stand up to your problems, eh? You've grown to be very strong, Yoshizawa-san.
Mm-hmm. I'm totally over it now. Sorry for talking so much. Why don't we focus on our lunches? Thanks for the food! Ah, I forgot. I have PE next. I should get going. Please excuse me.
Yoshizawa-san really does seem to have found her footing. She seemed absolutely tormented about her situation just the other day. I have to say, this drastic change has really knocked me for a loop. Perhaps the Phantom Thieves changed her heart? I was just joking. Looks like time's up. You should head back to class as well. See you around.
So, a little bit of a lunch meetup with both Kazumi and Maruki. Good to see that Kazumi's not letting anything get to her, well, at least as much now. And she seems a whole lot more energetic in the interactions we've had with her before. There was a sense of lethargy, a sense of sort of depression, you could say. Definitely of anxiety, and she definitely seems a little bit more energetic. Maruki definitely caught onto it. Yeah, Yusuke, show up to the meetings. yeah, you deal with the flowers in the school, don't you? And you've got flower beds up there? Didn't actually know about those. Well, we've all got a good reason to be up there. Well, except maybe Ryuji, who's likely going to slack off.
So you're the one who grew these, Senpai?
You can just call me Haru. The seasons are changing soon, so I thought it'd be nice for the plants to change as well. This time, it's a Yusuke Kitagawa production.
All I did was add some, how do I put it, aesthetic simplicity by balancing the color placement. Furthermore, Haru chose the flowers herself. It will surely be a great bed no matter the arrangement.
I'm looking forward to it.
Why don't we plant you, Mona?
Weren't you a shut-in until just recently?
You'd better photosynthesize while you're here.
Well, let's get started.
Perhaps the Snapdragon should go 2 more millimeters to the left.
That's not gonna make a difference.
Hey, you know how we're thinking of the school festival as our celebration party? Anyone else think we should have a real celebration on top of that?
I must agree. It would be not only a celebration, but a welcoming as well. I'd like to do something among ourselves.
Let's do it then. A joint party to celebrate and to welcome Haru.
Oh, you don't have to do that. The school festival is more than enough.
How is everyone else supposed to get excited if the star of the party's not into it?
Well then, how about a night party at Destinyland?
By Destinyland, do you mean that Kingdom of Dreams?
It would be a bit late, but there are some plans that allow us to rent out the park for the night.
The entire park? You're talking about the Destinyland, right?
Didn't you say you'd like to do something amongst ourselves?
I did, but
Hold on, I'll go check.
She really thinks like a celebrity.
The heck's she gonna check?
Guys, it looks like it will work.
We're really gonna have it at Destinyland? Not like one of the restaurants, but the entire park? Even just for one night, the price is insane!
Oh, that won't be a problem. We had originally booked it for a company party, then had to call it off because of the scandal. We'd barely get anything back if we cancel the reservation, so why not take advantage of it?
wouldn't that be oddly conspicuous, though?
It's still officially under the company's name. We needn't worry.
In that case, let's do this. We'll just celebrate twice as hard today.
I'm sorry for disrupting everyone. You did come to help me after all. Well, let's get back to it.
So, seriously, how much does it cost? For real?
Sounds like it costs a lot. And Haru's just bringing it out for us.
That was delicious.
The food was arranged on my plate as though it were paint on a canvas.
The staff brought out this table and food just for us, huh?
I thought if we were going to dine together, it would be better to do it somewhere with a view.
The VIP life is incredible! Not that I'd expect anything else from a private rental. There really is no one else here. We are the rulers of the Kingdom of Dreams! Is this lighting just for our sake as well?
That's right.
It's beautiful.
It's not as beautiful as you. That's the kind of stuff couples say, right? Almost anyone would fall for that line in front of a sight like this.
Lady On, this view is not as beautiful as...
Come on, you guys are getting way too excited about this stuff.
You say that like you're not tapping into your inner child too, Ryuji.
This is just because Futaba kept nagging me to put him on.
I did not.
You said something like that.
Well, I guess fighting brings you closer.
That's a good way of putting it. I wonder if that has to do with where we are.
My, this is so heartwarming.
Honestly, I would have liked to see the parade as well. But given how sudden the request was, they couldn't get enough staff together to do it.
Perhaps that will have to wait until next time.
Either way, this party's totally the best one so far. It's freaking amazing!
I'm glad to see you're enjoying it. Be careful, Haru. You've shown these guys what luxury means. This'll really raise the bar for our next celebration party.
You're already talking about our next party? Don't you think that's somewhat premature?
See ya
You're
later.
getting and that party will be for me. Still, how do I put this? I met Mona-chan. I got to know you all. Isn't everything going a little too perfectly? It's actually a bit frightening. You worry too much. I must just be overly cautious because of my circumstances up till recently. I'm sorry for bringing it up.
Hey, isn't it almost time? You know, for the press conference?
Oh, perfect timing!
Father.
Thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedules to gather here. Today, I'd like to elaborate upon the whole truth behind my company's labor situation. How my employees were forced to work under severe conditions. How lax we were with sanitation. And how my corporation acted as a whole to cover up every facet of this scandal. For all of this, I wholeheartedly apologize.
So are you saying all of this was done under your orders?
Yes, I am solely responsible.
We heard that dozens of your employees were forced to resign due to mysterious illness. Furthermore, these happened to be officials who stood against your proposal for overseas expansion. The same thing also happened to executives at competing companies who were looking to expand abroad. Is all of this true?
Yes.
Was it all coincidence? We'd like some answers.
About that. I have a critical piece of information to announce here today.
Here it comes. Okuma is going to say who's really behind the mental shutdowns.
I...
Okumura-san?
Father?
Why did he collapse?
That didn't look right at all.
Don't tell me. Mona-chan, what's going on? No, that's impossible. You're right. We followed all the same steps. We made sure we just took the treasure, too. I should call home.
This isn't our fault, is it? It's been okay all 4 times so far, ever since Kamoshida.
If we let the shadow live, the real person won't undergo mental shutdown, right?
That's how it should work.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
What's wrong?
This is the same. I remember now. It's just like what
happened to my mom?
So this is the moment when mental shutdown occurs.
But why did they target Okumura-san?
Damn it! What the hell's going on here?
I have to go. I'll talk to the staff before I leave. Feel free to take your time.
Haru!
This ain't our fault, right?
I'd like to think so.
Some welcoming party, huh?
I'll get in contact with Haru later. But for today, I think we should all return home.
It's been a while. What are you watching? That's...
This is just a hypothesis, but perhaps Okumura was bitten by his lapdog.
Are you implying that the Phantom Thieves triggered a sudden mental shutdown on Okumura?
There might have been a falling out of sorts, so the Phantom Thieves abandoned a useless employer. And to cover their tracks, they dealt with Okumura.
I hate to bring this up, but I'm actually here about that.
Did you find any evidence?
No. Actually, there's a chance that the party behind these aren't the Phantom Thieves, but someone else.
How do you mean? You were suspecting the Phantom Thieves as well.
It is still hypothetical at this point, but I don't want to rule it out.
We're searching the Okumura residence tomorrow. Same with Shujin and its principal. We will find evidence on this, no matter what it takes. By the way, I wanted to ask you something.
Yes?
You haven't looked at my laptop or taken files from it without my permission, have you?
That's quite out of the blue.
There were traces that someone transferred data from it. It was only a small error pop-up, but I noticed it immediately after I had that argument with you last month.
And that's why you suspect me? Oh, please, give me a break.
Are you saying you didn't?
As a detective myself, I honor the value of information, as well as the effort invested in it. I take pride in what I do. I thought you, of all people, would understand such values, Sai-san.
I apologize. But then, who stole my data? I let my guard down. They're mine. I'm the one who will catch them.
So something went wrong. Something big. We saw the black cloaked figure. Well, in the after the Phantom Thieves left, they didn't see that. We know the truth. We know who did it. But who was it? Yeah. And what did they say in the what was it said about if someone dies in their cognitive world, in their palace, that essentially they died in real life.
It should have been okay. It should have been. Damn it, this doesn't make any sense. Why why he suffered a mental shutdown is one thing. But what are we supposed to do from here on out?
There's also the other side, which hasn't come out yet. But let's face it, it's going to happen soon, and I'll say it here. Okumura was the top person of the Phantom Aficionado website of someone to change their heart. It's going to be linked to the Phantom Thieves, and it's going to be detrimental. How much so? Well, we'll see over the next few days. So next time, the aftermath. Until then, have a wonderful day. Have lots of fun. Goodbye.